Hi guys, we're going to be talking about riding in the night. Uh, I'm going to give you some tips from my 40 plus years experience, plus have a lot of experience on backroads. This particular episode will be on backroads, how to ride safely at night on backroads. Of course, you can use the same tips for the highway. So let's get started. Okay, riding at night, there can be a lot of things involved. You have to watch for animals on the side of the road or in the middle of the road. You have to watch out for stones or rocks falling. You have to watch out for other drivers, drunk drivers, or drivers that are blind from your lights. Watch out for slippery roads. If it's raining, what do you do? Okay, slow down. Let's see the statistics. Okay, as we can see here on the card, we have 6 to 9 p.m. most accidents. Then we have 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. the second, and we have 9 p.m. to midnight the third. Okay, and everything else it follows, including winter. Don't forget, like winter is like 5 o'clock. It's dark. Also, at sunset, watch out if you're riding west. For the sun can blind you. It's good to have a helmet with a dark visor for this kind of situation. And I will recommend, if it's getting dark, just stop on the side of the road like we did here and prepare. Take a break, 5 minutes, and look at your lights. Make sure that everything is working, and get ready to ride at night. Also, this is a good time to make sure your lights, they're proper adjusted. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later, so you don't blind the other drivers or riders. Okay, you don't want the same thing to happen to you. It's pretty dangerous, a lot of accidents because that. Also, another thing to think about it is an intercom with DMC or mass communication, so you and your partner can have an open conversation all the time, so you can train them to warn you. Or also, if you are riding with another bike and they have the same intercom, you can, one keep an eye for the other for any kind of danger. DMC is open communication. It's like you have the person right next to you. Same thing with mass communication. It's exactly the same thing. Another thing is check out our blog, the Easy Rider blog. So we have a lot of safety articles about riding in bad weather, about riding, how to load your bike, long distance trips and stuff like that. So on this video, we're going to be talking now about everything it has to do with riding backroads at night. If we forget something, of course, we're going to be putting in the comments, so subscribe so you can follow up. So let's look a little bit how we can adjust our lights. It's very important because, you don't want people to blind you, right? That's why I'm talking again about that. It's very important, don't blind the other ones because somebody can come at you. So a lot of accidents happen like that. I will give you a couple of diagrams. Just go against the wall and do the adjustments on your high beams, on your passing lights, on your fog lights. Everything you have, make sure it's on the right distance. The lights you see here, even including my high beams, I have them lower, so I don't blind other people, but I can still see. As you can see on the video, I can still see on long distance in front of me. Okay, and you can see incoming traffic. They don't blink their lights to me, so that means that I don't bother them. All right, very important. So if you don't know how to do it, go to your dealer, go to your mechanic, or just do it by yourself. Okay, so let's say we are riding, but we haven't done the adjustments that I'm going to be talking right now, or somebody blind you on the other side. Just blink your signals, your parking signals, if they are behind you, so they can realize that there is something wrong, and pay attention on the road, just, to see what happens. In case of they don't do anything, just slow down on the right and let them pass so you can be much more safe and relaxed. The same thing on incoming traffic, just blink them a couple of times. Don't put your high beams in their eyes because that can be actually more danger. Just blink them a couple of times. In the night time, it's much easier to see the incoming traffic, so that's a benefit. All right. Another thing that I do on this ride, you see here, I have, as I said before, I have lowered my high beams, okay? So even if I forgot my high beams on, I won't blind anyone. You can see them, they don't signal on me. But I have a spotlight on the left side of the bike, okay? That spotlight, it doesn't have an on switch, it has just a pressing button. Okay, so that spotlight is for exactly that particular reason, so I can, signal somebody a couple of times that they blind me so they can lower the lights. And also I use that so I can see far away, if for case I'm like, I'm like in the road like that, worry about the animals running on the front of the bike, so I just, if there's nobody on the other side, I just turn on the spotlight that goes like very far away so I can see the road a little bit better. That's another tip. Alright, let's talk about lights. On this bike I have 4 passing lights, 2 low and 2 on the top. The 2 on the top, they are day lights. I'm going to talk about this, yes. I don't use daylights during the night because I can blind the other drivers and everything. The spotlights on the bottom, they are for corners, so I can see when I'm turning right or left, I can see a little bit better. So they are concentrate a white beam on the corner or on the turn of the road, so I can turn a little better. You can actually see it here. All right. The other thing is I have safety lights. I have LEDs on the back of the bike, extra LEDs in case it's raining. LEDs, they're very cheap, so you highly recommend you can install on the bike. And I have a strobe light for just in case I stuck on the side of the road for emergency. I'm going to put a link on the top right so you can see our safety equipment and you don't have to go on and on this video. Okay, the other thing is take breaks. Stop. It's not daytime, okay, so you have to stop and stress up for at least, I will say in the nighttime, every half an hour, 45 minutes maximum. Take a break. And even for 5 minutes, it can change everything. You will focus better, all right? And of course, if you are getting very tired and you feel like you're going to be going to sleep or something, I'm not going to talk about that. Just get a hotel, stay on the side of the road, camp, do something, go to a parking lot, but don't drive when you feel any kind of like dizziness that you kind of like falling to sleep. Very dangerous. Okay, another thing I'm going to be talking about is visibility and age. Okay, I remember in my late 20s, in 30s, then I loved to ride at night because when I was going vacation in Greece, because it was really hot during the day, and especially in the summertime, and I did all my trips. Most of my trips I did them at night. I left home like by sunset, and I was riding another 3-4 hours up to like 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, I don't do it anymore. I ride at night as less as possible. In my age now, we are in the late 50s now. Okay, so if you are in my age or if you are older than me or close to our age, I would not recommend riding at night for too long. We're getting tired, our focus, our visibility is not the same. And even if you use prescription glasses and everything, you're gonna get fatigue much sooner than like in the daytime. All right, so calculate your trip. Your on a map, make sure your distance, your traveling distance at night, it's not as much as you remember when you were in a younger age, especially when you're riding hairpin turns like you see right now on the video. Another thing that you might think is funny is follow the speed limits. Speed limits, it doesn't matter how low it looks like, follow the speed limits at night on back roads like that. Also remember, this particular video is for backroads like this, hairpin turns like that. If you watch the GPS and the Google Maps on my phone, you can see how many hairpin turns there are in front of me, okay? Turn after turn and after turn. Okay, so use all your defenses, use reflect gear, use your lights. Remember not to calculate your trip, so you don't have to ride too long in the night. Also, if it's raining, it's even worse. Everything that you see on this video, it's by you multiply by 2. Okay, so ride safe. Give us a like, and anything else comes to mind, we will put it in the comments. Of course, again, I will repeat, it's speed, it's very important. It's like you're riding in the rain. Slow down at night. Use everything you have learned here on a highway too. I will go on the right lane and keep my distance if there's any trucks in front of me. I don't want them in front of me. I will pass them and just stay on the right and follow the traffic. If they're going like 60 to 65, example, just stay with them in the nighttime, okay? Because use your defenses, use their lights. You can see better on the highway, and let the traffic pass you on the left. Ride defensive, and hope we did help you out a little bit here with all this information. And follow us up, subscribe, and give us a like. Thanks for watching, guys. Ride safe.